Every gilded cage is built with walls of comfort. The only question is what you're paying for them.
Have you ever been scrolling, late at night, and you just get this weird, unsettling feeling that maybe, just maybe, you're the only real person there? That the internet you grew up with, that place that felt so full of human connection, has kind of been replaced by something else?
Yeah, this quote it nails it, doesn't it? It's that uncanny feeling. Like the entire digital world is a perfect, high-res copy of life, but someone scooped out the soul, leaving behind this empty, automated shell.
So, if any of that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. It's this growing sense of unease that a lot of people are feeling, and it points to a much, much bigger story about what our internet has actually become.
That strange feeling, well, it isn't just in your head. It actually has a name. It's a whole framework that tries to make sense of this very modern, very weird phenomenon, and it's called the dead internet theory.
The core idea is this. Sometime around 2016, the authentic, human-driven web quietly died. And what we're all using now is a really sophisticated imitation. It's like a giant stage where AI and bots are the main actors, and we, the real humans, are just the audience they're trying to influence. Okay, so that's a pretty wild theory. But is there any actual evidence? Let's start with the most obvious culprits. Those non-human things walking among us online. We are talking about bots.
So just how big is this bot army? Well, get this. Recent data suggests they make up about half of all internet traffic. Just let that sink in for a second. We humans, we're not the majority online anymore. We're literally sharing the digital world 50-50 with automated programs.
Now, let's be fair. Not all bots are the bad guys, right? We actually rely on helpful bots every single day. They're crawling websites for search engines, helping moderate forums, but the theory is focused on a whole other kind. These malicious social bots that are designed for one thing and one thing only, manipulation.
And what's their mission? Well, it's not just to exist, it's to manipulate. These social bots work around the clock to create a totally fake consensus. They make fringe ideas look super popular, or make mainstream opinions seem weak and isolated. They're built to amplify certain stories, spread lies, and shut down anyone who pushes back. Essentially, their job is to manufacture the illusion of what people think.
So fake accounts are one thing. But what happens when the content itself, the articles, the comments, the very reality you're looking at is also fake? This is the next level of the dead internet theory. And it's all being powered by AI.
And this isn't some theoretical sci-fi idea. Nope, researchers have already caught sophisticated AI-driven propaganda campaigns running in the wild. Let's actually walk through one of these operations just to see how it works. Okay, so check this out. There was this Russian-linked operation using a site called dcweekly.org. The process was kind of brilliant in a scary way. First, an AI would scrape and rewrite real news stories to make the site look legit. Then, it would start injecting its own biased and sometimes completely made-up stories into the mix. And the final, critical step, it would launder these fake stories through social media, using bots to make them go viral. And the impact? It's terrifyingly real. One lie, completely generated by AI. This baseless claim about President Zelensky buying yachts. It was amplified so well that actual politicians started repeating it. And that's the whole point, right? To have this fake, generated reality bleed into our own, until you can't tell the difference.
So that's the what and the how. But the really big question is, why? What are the underlying systems that are pushing us towards this dead, automated internet? The answer, it turns out, is in the very architecture of modern digital control. There's actually a term for all this, computational propaganda. It's basically a new form of influence that weaponizes algorithms and automation to spread misleading info at a scale and speed that was never possible before. It's not just one bad guy, it's a whole system.
But here's the thing that'll really bake your noodle. The core idea, it's not new at all. This quote is from 1928. Edward Bernays, the guy who basically invented public relations, was writing about the engineering of consent a century ago. Today's computational propaganda is just the same old goal, but with a brand new, super powerful automated toolkit.
And this is the playbook they use. It all starts with surveillance. Your every click, every scroll, every pause is harvested as data. Then, that data is used to personalize everything you see, targeting your own unique psychological weak spots. After that, the most emotionally charged stuff gets amplified to keep you glued to the screen. And over time, this whole cycle acts as a conditioning loop that subtly changes your behavior, shaping what you think and do.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you, just scrolling through your feed. How does this whole system actually change your personal experience? How does it pit you, a human, against the algorithm?
This, right here, is the fundamental trade-off of the internet we live on now. In this algorithmic world, we're constantly being pushed to trade our genuine curiosity for a cheap hit of validation. We're encouraged to abandon complex nuance for the comfort of absolute certainty, and we swap quiet, thoughtful reflection for a knee-jerk emotional reaction. It's not just our feeds that are being altered, it's our way of thinking.
Which leaves us with a final, really critical question. In a world where popular opinion can be faked and reality itself can be generated by a machine, what does it even mean to trust what you see? How do we ever learn to trust our own eyes, or even our own thoughts again?